All right, let's do the match rating for that horrendous performance yesterday. Starting with the goalkeeper, Lemans, 5. Apart from their goal, he didn't really have anything else to do, and you could argue he should have saved it, but yeah, he didn't, so 5. Euro, I thought he was honestly kind of frustrating. He slipped, didn't he? Or whatever. Doesn't matter. 5. Or you know what? 4.5. Same with the rest of the defense, really, apart from, we'll get to it. Dillard as well, 4.5. The only exception I'm going to make is Luke Shaw, because I thought he was kind of decent and probably one of the better players, so for him, 6.25. Yeah, that's it. And I know there are going to be haters of Luke Shaw. There always is, but I think he was actually genuinely one of the better players, 6.25. Now we go to one of the worst parts, Mazraoui, 2. He was bad, man. I mean, he got substituted at halftime. You could argue he could have been substituted earlier because he wasn't really offering much. And also because Everton were a man down in the 13-minute or 12-minute. Plus, they also had a man injured. So, yeah, we should have taken advantage of that, bringing on an attacker or changing the system to play it a different way. We didn't do any of that. The manager didn't do any of that. So, yeah, he should have been taken off earlier. Or at least something should have changed to take advantage. Casemiro, 5. Honestly, he didn't do much. Same with Bruno. For Bruno, 4.5. Although he did try a lot of stuff, he was quite frustrating, not going to lie. I do feel a bit bad giving him 4.5, but 4.5. The other thing is, both him and Casemiro scored for their national team. Bruno with a hat-trick. And it seems like when they play for the national team with the system or formation, but particularly for the system being different, and them playing in a different role, with Bruno playing higher up, in a more attacking role, they play a lot better, which is something that I think is pretty obvious, but yeah. Dorgu, 2 again, like as Mazraoui, he was bad. He didn't offer much. He does get up the field very quickly, and I've said he's very athletic and stuff, but he's kind of like, he runs like a headless chicken. He doesn't do anything near the end. There's no good crosses. There's no good passes. He doesn't really do anything. It's just wasteful. Ahmad, I think he was probably one of the better players, and he did try a lot of things, so for that I'll give him 6. But again, it was kind of frustrating because it was the same thing over and over again, crossing to a guy who's never going to score. And yeah, for that 6. Otherwise, I would give him 6.5, but yeah. Mbumo, probably his worst game in a United shirt. 5, maybe 4.5. Again, he tried a lot of things, but didn't really do much, and that's what that matters. And he didn't do anything. It was not clinical. He didn't offer anything properly, proper chances. So yeah, 4.5 or 5. Xerxes, 2. Man, like, what do you offer? Yeah, you can do some nice flicks and touches, but what would you offer? You're not a striker. He did have 2 good, or I say good. He had 2 headers, which you may have thought he would have gotten, but I didn't. And I don't know how Pickford made those saves with his tiny little arms. But again, he doesn't produce a lot of power with his shots or headers. And it's not just like that match, but every single match. It never looks like he's going to score. There's no conviction. There's no power. It's not really a striker. I don't think he fits as a 10 either, because the way our 10s play, they're kind of a hybrid winger and a 10, and he doesn't have the pace or the width play to play as those. And he can't play as a midfielder, because our midfielders are technically supposed to be defensive midfielders, even if they're not. So yeah, where does he fit? I don't think he fits anywhere. Now in the subs, Mount, I think he was probably one of the better players, especially after coming on in the second half. So I don't know, 6.5? I mean, he looked good when he was attacking, but again, that is being generous maybe for any of the United players. Delo, surprisingly, I mean, a lot of people would disagree, but I feel he was one of the better players on the pitch after coming on, so, boy, yeah, 6. I'll give him a 6. Mainu, not good enough, when he came on. He lost the ball a couple times too. 5. The manager, Ruben, 2. What were you doing, man? They had a man down for most of the match, and an injured guy, and you just let them take advantage of you at home. You didn't change the players, the system, put more attacking players, take advantage of the numbers, nothing. That was so bad, man. 2. Awful.